screws.
Hi everybody, I'm Shawntel. I'm the owner of Sweetyville.com. I'm here with Miss Shawntel White. She is the Chief Storyteller at the SOA Brand, a creative services agency based out of Atlanta. Today we're just going to have a quick little conversation about being an inspiration, how important it is to be inspired, and just how that translates into her life. So, tell us about the SOA Brand and just your position there as the Chief Storyteller.
Well, the SOA Brand is a creative services agency. SOA means storytelling, so we tell stories through events and branding and business development. The major part of our business is events, so how we tell stories in events, we create opportunities for people to tell their own story. So whether it's really amazing experiences with great activities, awesome food, delectable drinks, we want you to take that experience, internalize it, and then share it with everybody. Because at the end of the day, if you have a really great experience, it becomes a part of your life story. So with branding, we do the same thing by helping businesses to figure out what their purpose is, ultimately who they want to target and what they want to do, and then create a story from the color to the font to the whole brand identity to how they package and market their products or services.
Okay, so how did you get your start?
I got my start, I would say in college. I got my start in college. I was the programming director for the National Council of Negro Women at the University of Georgia. And so I planned all their events, I did their programming, and I really found that I really loved doing that. I knew I wanted to do event planning, wasn't sure if I was good at it. And so being a part of that organization really allowed me to get that kind of experience, because it was like, oh, do I really like this? And coming up with logistics and how things are going to look and what people are going to do, and then having people there and really being a part of the event and seeing how much fun they're having really told me, like, oh, I really like doing this. I think I want to make this a career. So I got my start being the programming director, and we created a hair show, and it had so many people there, and I was like, okay, I think I want to make this into a company. So made it into a company, changed the name a couple of times, and then finally settled on SOA Event Concepts originally, and then we recently rebranded as the SOA Brand.
Okay, so I know that you're really big on being inspired. You even have said that you're addicted to being inspired. So, like, how important is that for you to have inspiration in your everyday life, and how important is it to be an inspiration to others?
I think being inspired every day is so important. Like, if you just even if you sit and watch the news is so depressing. Yes, and there are a lot of things that are happening in life that's so depressing. You go to your 9 to 5, you hate your boss, you don't like your co-workers, you wish you could take it. There's just so many things. But I feel like when you find something that inspires you, or you just live every day being inspired, you get motivated to do more things, especially when it comes to like living out your dreams or going forth and conquering or starting a new venture or a new project or something like that. Just keeping yourself inspired is what motivates you to continue to do whatever it is that you want to do. And I think when you do find yourself being inspired every day, or find opportunities to be inspired every day, you naturally start inspiring other people, because you're happier and you're more willing to help people, you're more motivated, like you just kind of glow when you're inspired, and because of that you automatically start inspiring people. So I think definitely just be inspired every day, and you're automatically going to inspire people.
How do you find your inspiration?
I try to be inspired by everything. It could be a color, it could be a word, it could be something on TV, it could be music. I don't think my husband knows this, but when he's at work and I'm at home working, I will turn on some music and I will just dance. I literally dance like nobody is watching at home, especially if I'm working on a big project or something like that. I will turn on some music and I will start dancing, and I will be really stupid with it, and I will make myself laugh, and it inspires me. Or like if I go for a walk in the park, like sometimes I'll walk with like no music on, but the earbuds will be in, and I'll be inspired by like the colors, and I'll be inspired by like the view of the city. So I mean, really anything inspires me, and I just try to be in the mood to always be inspired. And then if it inspires me, then I would like write it down in my notebook. It's like, oh, this would be really great for something.
Okay, so How important was it for you to find yourself in terms of your career, and how were you able to like identify like what really was your passion, and how did that work for you?
I think it's really important to find yourself because we're inundated with a lot. I mean, from the TV to commercials and advertising to media to our friends to our boyfriends and all of these people, it's very important to find yourself so that you know what makes you happy, period. I'm definitely guilty of, putting my happiness into other people, and I know a lot of people do that all the time. But if you realize that happiness is internal and you realize that you are the creator of your own happiness, then you will eventually know that, okay, I have all these messages coming into me, but you know what, that doesn't make me who I am. I make me who I am. So it's very important to find yourself in finding what makes you happy internally. And then with finding your passion, a lot of people go through their lives not really knowing what their passion is, because I feel like they're trying to look for something like to hit them on the head, like boom, passion, there it goes, go get it. And it doesn't really happen like that. I think you have to pay attention to the thing that makes you the happiest. Like for me, my passion is in creating, and it's just creating, period. So whether I'm sitting at home and I'm painting, I feel great. Whether I'm singing, I feel great. Whether I'm making a meal for me and my family, I just feel good, because for me, my passion is in the act of creating. What I do is event planning. What I also do is branding, but at the end of the day, it's about creating something or helping others to create. So I think that find yourself by figuring out what makes you the happiest, and then your passion will automatically come out of that, because you'll start paying attention to what makes you very happy and what you love doing.
Okay, so you're gonna have to scratch that out because I lost it. All right, here it is right here. I know. So what are some tips that you can give young women or just people in general about like identifying their passion, following their dreams? What do you think they should really know?
I think they should just do it. I think people are so scared. Like, why are you so scared? What is stopping you or hindering you from just doing things? Like, so many people have dreams or have things that they want to do, and they don't do it because they allow people to talk them out of it. And it's just like, it's not that the person doesn't necessarily want you to do it. Some people maybe they don't necessarily want you to do it, but they're just afraid for you because you've never done it before. But just do it. Like, if you want to start something, just go ahead and start it, and don't even worry about where it could go. Don't necessarily worry about the money. Don't even worry about will people pay attention to it. Just do it. Just start it, and then from there you'll start to meet people. You'll start to realize that people will gravitate towards it. You'll start realizing that people are interested in it, and you're like, oh snap, like I'm so glad that I started this. But you just have to start. And then in terms of finding your passion, whatever makes you the happiest, whether it's sewing, whether it's singing, writing, whether it's playing sports, just do it.
Okay, well, for talking to us. Make sure that you go ahead and follow the SOA brand on social media at the SOA brand. Make sure that you're following us at Love Sweetyville. And stay sweet. Bye.